So this is the Alley Viper from the G.I. Joe Classified Series Hasbro 6-inch line. This got released alongside the Bat, the Battle Android Trooper, and a pretty much fully army build wave. It was just these two figures plus a random gung-ho packed in the case. They easily should have just went half and half with 3 Bats and 3 Vipers, but they, I guess, had to get rid of some overstock of gung-hos from the factory, so they just threw him into the mix. But for the most part, if you're looking to army build these, I think buying a case is the way to go. You'll just be stuck with a gung-ho every time, unfortunately. Now, the most important thing about this is that this is not a Target exclusive, it's not a Amazon exclusive, it's not a nothing exclusive, it is a regular release, which means it should be released in Walmart, should be released in Targets normally, and they have been releasing normally. It's just they've been purchased pretty quickly, so it just goes to tell you how many people want to army build these figures. But Hasbro is stepping in the right direction with releasing this as a regular release instead of a Cobra Island Target exclusive or whatnot. So here's the package. It's our traditional Classified Series package. There's the image on the side. Here's the backside poster art, and it is number 34 in the entire line. If you guys cannot find it in stores, then check out the link down below in the description where you guys can order it from Big Bad Toy Store. And if you guys are excited for this figure, show some love and hit the like button, and let's get right into this review. So here's the Alley Viper out of the box, and one thing I realized as I opened them is the sheer amount of weapons that he comes packed in with. It is a very nice selection of accessories. I hope to see this more often with every figure release, but you know, especially G.I. Joe, since they are military-esque figures, it's you know, it's kind of mandatory to come with a lot of guns and weapons. But we will start off with that. First up, we have this assault rifle. It's all black mold. It's a very nice sculpt, but it's not painted, unfortunately. Again, it looks like the weapons are being sacrificed in terms of paint because they were not painting them. You know, they were painting them in the beginning. I guess Series 1 had some paint, but then after that they kind of stopped. So, unfortunately, it's not painted, but at least it's black, so they can kind of get away with it a little bit. This is a removable magazine, which is dope. I love that they've been doing this. That's another nice you know, addition to the new weapons. And then we get the peg hole at the end of the barrel, so you can attach any effect that you may have lying around. So we get this one, and then we also do get a smaller version. I think this should be a submachine gun, although I'm not an expert, so I don't know. This one has like a sniper scope on the top, and then we get the magazine on the side over here, which is quite the odd location for it, and it is removable. It's a little tight, but there you go. You can remove that just fine. We get the grip here, or the yeah, the foregrip here, and that's about it. It's a very nice sculpt once again, not painted. It is all black. So there's that. Then we also do get a third weapon. Check this out. My goodness, we get a third one. This seems to be a shotgun of some sort, but maybe it's a sniper rifle. I don't know. It's like a mixture of both, but it does have a scope on it. And it's got a very thick barrel. Again, this does have the peg hole on the end, so you can peg in whatever you want to peg in there. So last but not least, for actual guns, we have a pistol. So that's a total of 4. Count them, 4 guns. This one does not have a peg hole at the end. Unfortunately, it might be an older scope. This one's all black as well. So there you go, 4 total guns. And then we have finally other accessories such as his shield, which is actually painted to match the uniform on him. So we also get a nice sculpted Cobra logo on the very front. And what's very cool is on the inside, check this out, man. We have this detail. It's like a print, or it's not a sticker, but it's just printed on there of what they see. It's like a little screen, a little visor screen there with a target lock, you know, crosshairs right there. So that's very nice. And then as you just saw, the arm bands rotate around, so you can pose it whichever way you want. No problem there. So very nice detail on the inside. Something that definitely isn't necessary, obviously, because you're never going to see it unless you're really looking at it, but it's there and it's cool. So if you ever have a, I don't know, a photograph where it's just angled perfectly to see the inside of the shield, you see that detail there. So that's very cool. I will take that. We get our backpack, or, you know, whatever you may want to call this, but it's all black, unfortunately not painted. We do get grenades sculpted there, which should be painted green at least. I don't know, maybe paint the Cobra logo red, I don't know, or orange. Yeah, unfortunately, we do get sacrifices and paint, but we're getting a ton of accessories, so that's what you're getting in return. They're not painted, but you're getting a ton of them, so you gotta kind of pick and choose here, because at the time these are $22.99. They are going up. If they're going up to $24.99, I expect 4 guns in every single release. You know, that's what I expect. So at least they're giving us the weapons. On top of that, we get 2 knives, not 1 but 2, again painted all black. At least paint the blade silver if possible. And then we have what looks like kind of like a bow and arrow. Somebody tell me what this is really. You know, a crossbow type device. I really don't know what's going on here. It's kind of weird. Um, so let me know. Then we also do get a visor for his helmet. It's like a visor guard, and we'll attach that in a second, once we get a closer look at the figure. Alright, so here's our Alley Viper up close, and you can see the head sculpt's very nice. Good sculpt, good texture overall. Here is our torso. We get a sheath here for a knife. Then we get the painted. The only thing painted on this figure really is the blue. The whole figure is orange, so keep that in mind. Not a lot of paint across the board here, but we do get some details like the brown sheath. The buckles down here are painted too. So some stuff. One thing that really bugs me is the misaligned shin guards here. I don't know what's going on down here. It's totally misaligned. Let's get that in focus. If I rotate the leg, then the feet are sticking out, and then of course we get the shin swivel, but then I can get the leg in and then shin swivel it, but then the foot's sticking outwards, so it just doesn't look right. That's molded in there. You're gonna have to like rip it off, but I don't know, that just doesn't seem right to me, and it really bugs me. It's just not aligned correctly at all. Here's the back side. There you can see a lot of texture and sculpting going on. Pretty dope overall. So here's a closer look at that visor piece, and you can see the 2 pegs on the side of his head. So you're going to want to slide one side there and then the other one over to the other side, and there you go. So now you can display him with the visor on, or you can just slide it right up, and there you go. You can have him like that too. So it's up to you. Now you got the up and down. Pretty cool. I dig it. Looks cool either way. Here's the other sheath for the other knife. I did mention this in my bat review, but something G.I. Joe Classified does very well is it allows you to holster in pretty much every weapon the figure comes with. Now this thing comes with 4 guns, 2 knives, a shield, and a backpack. Let's see how we can holster everything in here. Alright, and here you can see I managed to get pretty much everything except for this weird apparatus. So somebody let me know where this goes. I'm sure it goes somewhere, but I really can't figure out where. We got the pistol holstered in on his side. We got the knife on the front forearm. Of course, he's holding his like submachine weapon. We have the other knife up here. The visor's already there, of course. The backpack does a very good job in holding the sniper rifle / shotgun right here. And then that is it. As for his other assault rifle, which is this one, really no spot to put it. Couldn't really find anywhere to put it unless you replace it with this one, but take the magazine off. There's that. But so for the most part, you can get the majority of his accessories on him, which is good enough. I like that we can kind of blend that in with the backpack there. But yeah, so I guess you just gotta pick and choose which one or which gun he's gonna use between the 4. So, and the other ones are just gonna put this aside. What I did with one of my Vipers, this is already my second one I opened. I gave the other gun to one of my bats. So he's holding the assault rifle here. So that's another option. You can always have a bin full of accessories, or you can, give it to another figure that doesn't come with one. So as for the articulation, he does have a ball jointed hinge. Well, that was a bit dramatic, but the head popped off as you saw, but you can see here the ball jointed hinge, and then the neck is a separate piece, so it's separately articulated if you guys are curious on that. The visor went flying, but I'll grab that. So the head will look up, it'll look down, it goes left and right. very squeaky. And I guess if you move it too much, as you saw twice already, it will pop off. So that's something to note. The head won't tilt as much as a bat figure will, since that one's on a ball peg, not a joint or a hinge, I should say. The arms are going to go all the way around. Forward and back, they go in and out. We get the butterfly joints hidden inside, so we do get some range there, but his little vest will kind of hinder most of that movement. We get the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and keep in mind this has pins, so it's an older sculpt. As you know, it's obvious, we can tell that. Also, this sheath for the knife is a loose piece, so it tends to kind of get loose over time, so you just gotta keep pushing it up. Then the swivel at the wrist, and then there's the hinge at the wrist. Torso would have a nap crunch, but we get the vest hindering it completely, so you're not gonna get motion there. We do get the waist swivel. T-jointed legs will go forward and back. They do drop down. They go in and out, and then you gotta place them back up when you go back in. Thigh swivel, double jointed pinned knees. Then we get the boot cut shin swivel, ankle hinge forward and back, and then there's the ankle rocker. Here's a quick comparison of the shin guards of the two Vipers I have, and you can see that they kind of vary. This one's a little better. It's still on the side. Are they meant to be on the side? I don't think so. That one's still on the side, but it's not as much as this one. This one's pretty bad. So here's a pretty quick comparison next to the Battle Android Trooper, the Bat and the Bat, and the Viper. They're similar in height, but I think the Bat does have a little slight edge over him. Keep in mind the visor is up on this figure, so it seems like he's taller. So overall, it's not a drastic difference. It's about the same height size as a Cobra Viper from the Cobra Island Target exclusive. So that's the Alley Viper from the G.I. Joe Classified Series 6-inch line of figures by Hasbro. Alright, this one is good too. Not as good as the Bat. I think that one is just so much fun. What I'm trying to say is that the Bat is better, but they're both good. So far I only have 2. This is what the case brought, although I think it should have came with 3 and not the gung-ho. But this is what we got. I don't know if I'm going to get any more. If I see it at the store, maybe I'll pick them up. I'm not really going to actively seek more, but if I see one, I'll probably grab one. You guys let me know down below, how many are you guys army building? Are you guys going all out or just a couple? Guys, if you like the video, show some love and hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not done so already. As always, take care, take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one.